Hey, I know this one. Good old copyright protection. Had to turn the volume there, but hello everybody, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Manhunter New York. Oh man, I decided to do this one on a whim, and it's going to be kind of blind because I did play this in my very young childhood. In fact, it wasn't even me that played it, it was my dad, and I like to watch. We used to kind of play together and try to figure things out. And I did recently watch, well not recently, it was a few years ago, but watch playthrough of this online, you know, just to get some nostalgia, just because I happen to remember it. And I decided, you know what, it's time for me to do another horror mystery game. Yeah, that's right. Sierra did make a few more horror mystery games. Manhunter New York and Manhunter Los Angeles. Oh, and this repeats. And I'll do some explaining after this scene happens. So pretty much you play a Manhunter. This is 2 years later, and you have to actually, do sort of investigative work for these orbs. Those are orbs. Creepy little things. Oh, so this is our investigation. Explosion at Bellevue Hospital. I guess I can explain now before I press enter to continue. So, the orbs, they took over New York City, and they've pretty much taken over, from what I can gather, the world. And now they've sort of they sort of just taken control of the human race. So they've set regulations where the humans are given designated areas. They can't leave their designated areas. They are forbidden from speaking to each other. That's a very important part. Humans in this game are not allowed to speak to each other. They can be around each other, but they cannot speak. So there will be no speaking from other humans in this game, from what I can remember. And this is from what I just read as like sort of the backstory in the manual. If you want, you can go and look up the Manhunter New York manual. And it starts with like a small little exposition at the beginning where pretty much it talks about what it is to be a manhunter. Something else you should know, every human being now has a disc implanted in them which will track them wherever they go. And that's a very important part of the game. So yeah, it doesn't... But note that the disc doesn't actually tell you who it is. So, yeah. So that will become pertinent actually pretty much right now, considering this explosion that happened. And our character has no name, has no voice, so it's just sort of like it's very immersive because, you know, it could be anybody. And this device he's going to use is a device that we will be using quite a bit during the game. It's a very important thing to use. It is called a... It's called a MAD, Manhunter Assignment Device. So what's going to happen is that it's going to show sort of who was showing the person who was at the side of the explosion, and it's going to track them. It doesn't show who it is. The discs have no ability to do that, and according to the manual, that's why they needed manhunters to track these people down, because for some reason the discs are faulty. And don't show identities. So this is the target that was at Bellevue Hospital during the explosion. Now, following this person is very important. Follow everywhere this person goes, follow what they interact with, etc., etc. You'll see. So that's the person right there. And this is the overview of what part of the city they're in. So we see the person go to the side of the wall, run away, and a hole appears. I'm assuming that's the explosion. Goes to that right there. I'm guessing that's a bed. Does something, and then runs off. So we don't know, we don't get any details. We only sort of see vague, you know, uh, big inference. We only can make big inferences on what they're doing. And this is where our exploration will come in when it comes. So next they go to the Trinity Church. They go between the pews, and they interact with something up there. Interesting, okay. Then they're done with that, and they leave. Next, they go down this freeway, I guess it is, and go to the Flatbush Bar. And there are a whole bunch of other people, but those symbols mean they aren't the people that we're following. But we know they're there, and it goes up and plays with that. Looks like an arcade machine. Next, this person goes to restrooms at Prospect Park. Goes in the bathroom on the left, goes to the very last stall, and I guess he's pooping. He or she. Or they go... What? The signal gets lost right there. Did they go to the Ministry of Magic? Who knows? Alright. So, we had to follow this person's tracks and see what's up. So now we have control of our MAD. If you have the info option right here, where you can put the names of people you want to get info on. Pretty much everyone you need info on will be here, but we don't have any names so far. We have no idea who this person is. So let me just type by to get out of there. Let's see. Then there's the tracker. Yes, for some reason the cursor on this thing can be pretty weird because I have my regular cursor that's in game, and then where I point it, or like I can either point to where I want it to go, or I can use the arrow keys. So if you want to, you can look over and over again to see where this person was going. Skip to each location that it went. He or she, it. Well, we don't know who it is, so okay. And we have closed the mat, and now we're on the map. So let's do some exploration. There's the hospital right there. Let's go check out the site of the explosion. That is our job. And I love the environments of this game. This was made in 1988, and yet they made these great environments with these limited graphics. It's just amazing. Like, look, you see all these orbs going in and out. So I like to kind of control this with the arrows because you hover over things and it'll show you different things. Like if the cursor just stays on the blinking red dot, then that means you can't interact. It just shows you information. The weird thing is that sometimes it's like you're going through an invisible maze because all of a sudden sometimes it'll just stop for no reason, and like you can't go further left, so you have to like go around, like I don't know, it'll just like stop randomly. But you want to find arrows, and once you do that, you can do some more exploration because there's nothing we can do up front here. What is it they're so busy with anyway? Something else that's mentioned in the manual, that they're busy with something, but we don't know what. Oh, something else I should warn you about with this game. There was this game, and then there was a sequel. I'm pretty sure there's meant to be 3 games at least, because the end of the sequel leaves quite a cliffhanger. But sadly, the third game was never made. So if you're someone who hates a an unfinished storyline, if you hate, just not having closure, well then you probably shouldn't be watching this. But I'll tell you what, right now, this game is good in and of itself. This one and the sequel, and it will give you nightmares. It gave me nightmares. This is one of the creepiest games I've ever played. Case in point. This is just the tip of the iceberg here. So we have a robot here. They have guard robots. There you can make your cursor go around. So if you just press enter when it's an arrow, you can move in that direction, so that would lead us back out. So this is apparently the place where the person stopped. Let's take a closer look. Oh, what? What is going on? Whoa! I guess those are baby orbs. And there's a lot of them just eating that person? Wait a minute, are they looking at me now? Uh-oh. Now check out the death scenes in this game. Yeah, there are some gruesome death scenes. That's, like I said, that's just the tip of the iceberg. And you'll get these little messages at the end from these 3 guys, which I'm guessing are the creators of the game. So yeah, and I want to show you the different death scenes, because they can be pretty entertaining. If not creepy as all get out. So let's try that again. Luckily, if you don't save, you don't really have to save in this game. It'll send you to a little bit before the whole bad thing happened. So let's take another look. Go through this again. Sometimes the scenes you can press S to skip, but I guess not here. But we'll witness this, and then we'll get away from the body before the eyes take notice of us. So yeah, let's press enter and get away, and we're good. Now we can also look at the foot. We get a name, Reno Davis. So whoever the person that caused the explosion was, for some reason interacted with Reno Davis, but I don't know why. Now a cool thing about the MAD, let's get out of the building because you can't use it actually inside the building for some reason. Let's open her up. And let's get some info on Reno Davis. Now, I did a kind of a sort of practice run of the first couple minutes of this game, and one thing that had me confused is you can't use capital letters when putting in names. Put all lowercase, because otherwise it'll say, this person doesn't exist. Name, Reno Davis, and we get information. So this was a Manhunter as well. It says they were transferred to Chicago. If this person was transferred to Chicago, then why is his body here in New York? Interesting. Well, there's nothing else to look at around here. Why did it bring me back inside? I don't know. So, let's see if we can search for some more clues. F3 to go to the map, just in case you want to play along yourself. So they headed south and went to the Trinity Church. Let's check this place out. It's all glowy. And if you recall, they looked over here. They're candles and matches. And I'll tell you right now, we don't know what to do here. So the person did something here, but we don't know what. Most likely lit candles, but just lighting candles willy-nilly is not going to do anything for us. So, let's not bother with that for now. There's another one over here, but they didn't go over to that one, so no use in that. Nothing else we can do here for now. So, back to the world map, and to their next destination, which was the Flatbush Bar. Let's check this place out. Stinking garbage. Good to know. Alright. And I'm guessing they're hanging out here. And like I said, they can't... Yeah, one thing is that people will try to communicate with you, but like I said, they can't talk with you. So, oh, they're all looking at me now. Well, this guy is, and then these two. Oh well. But they'll try to communicate with you, so you have to make sure to pay attention to everything that's going on. But the person on the map went to the video game, so let's check it out. Walls, walls, walls and dolls. Huh? What the? What are they doing? Yeah, your character isn't a superhero. In fact, he's kind of a wimp, to tell you the truth. Oh, and he's throwing knives between my fingers. That is one big robed dude. And they're cheering, but they can't say anything, of course. And I guess he wants us to do the same to him. Well, what happens if... Uh-oh. He doesn't look happy. Ah, yeah. Gory deaths all around. Alright. But luckily, it'll bring us right back to the minigame. Yeah, I had a little bit of trouble with this one, because if you go too far, you won't die, but you'll get thrown out, and the guy on the right is banging his cup, and there's an orb. Punk! Oh well. So yeah, let's do it for realsies this time. We have to go back to the table. They're not going to let us play the game, so we have to succeed at this. The ones on the edges are the hardest ones, so you do that. Alright. Oh, come on. Okay, that was close. Yeah, like I said, I did a practice run the first couple minutes, and that included doing this. Okay, pass the finger. Alright, did it. Now pay attention here. Watch what he does. So he can't talk to me, but he's did that arm movement for some reason. And our character is just freaked out. He doesn't want anything. But the big guy's like, no, wait, it's okay. And they run off to show that they're not going to hurt him. So yeah, that arm movement, something you should pay attention to. But for now, let's finally have a look at the game. So here are the rules. Cupid dolls. What? I've never seen a Cupid doll, but for some reason those things seem to be popular in games. There's somebody that made mention in a comment in another game that I played that there were Cupid dolls. I think it was Earthbound? Or Earthbound Zero, or whatever. Oh well. So here's the game, here's what the guy played. So you're in the lower right. Notice the Cupid dolls up there, and you have to step on each square. So, something you should note, don't touch the walls, and once you start moving in a certain direction, you will not stop. You have to move in another direction, or if you hit a square, you will stop. Now something important to note is the order in which these dolls are hit. And also something you should do in this game, every time you hit a square with a ball, save, because if you mess up, then you have to start at the beginning of the whole thing again. And it's better to just save. So, let me do just that, and I will fast forward through this. And done. Man, I'm so glad you can save doing that, because otherwise... Oh. I'm guessing that looks like Coney Island. You won. So it's important to pay attention to the order that the dolls are hit, and actually pay attention to the maze. Because that maze is, well, something we're going to need to remember. But yeah, that was a bit frustrating. It would be so much more frustrating. I'd be banging my head against the wall if I wasn't able to save during all that. So, let's, oh, how do I get out of here? Okay, seriously, how do I get out of this? Nope, I don't... Can I end this? There we go. Alright. So, yeah. Pretty much everything in this game you have to make a note of, and you'll see why next time on Let's Play Manhunter New York. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.